5 brake pad brands to avoid +9 that actually last. Before you touch that brake job, stop. There's a trap waiting at the parts counter that most mechanics won't warn you about. You'll pick up a box that looks fine, decent price, familiar name, and a few thousand miles later, you're back with squealing brakes, warped rotors, and a bill that costs 3 times what you saved. Today I'm exposing the 5 brake pad brands that fail early, and the 9 that actually hold up. And at the end, I'll reveal the one thing mechanics know about brake pad replacement that shops are counting on you never finding out. It'll save you money immediately. Let's get into it. Brands to avoid. Avoid 5. Wagner QuickStop. Wagner makes 5 different brake pad lines. The QuickStop is their lowest tier, and the one most drivers regret. Here's the pattern. They feel fine at first. Then somewhere around 3,000 to 5,000 miles, things start shifting. A squeal during slow stops. A soft, mushy feel when the brakes heat up in traffic. And the most damaging issue, uneven wear. Uneven wear isn't just annoying. When one side of the pad wears faster than the other, it creates vibration under braking. That vibration gets transferred directly into your rotors. Now you're not just buying pads again, you're buying rotors too. Wagner's higher lines, like the OEX and Quiet, are genuinely solid. But the QuickStop? Walk past it. Avoid number 4, Duralast Gold. Easy to find, priced right, and completely inconsistent. The problem with Duralast Gold isn't always the compound, it's the fit. The metal tabs on some of these pads are slightly off spec. Instead of sliding cleanly in the caliper bracket, they drag. Dragging builds heat. Heat causes noise, uneven wear, and premature rotor scoring. You can't predict which batch you'll get. One set lasts 2 years. The next one starts squealing in 4 months. That inconsistency is the real risk. With brake pads, inconsistency is not something you want to gamble on. Avoid 3 Bosch Blue. I respect Bosch engineering. Genuinely. But Bosch makes 5 brake pad lines, and the blue is their value line. The weakest in the entire Bosch lineup. Cold bite is the first thing you notice. The initial pedal feel is soft, and delayed the car just doesn't stop as sharply as you expect. Then the shims. Basic construction that loses its damping ability after heat cycles build up. That's when the low-speed squeal starts. Push them hard along downhill, heavy traffic, a loaded SUV, and they fade. The pedal goes wooden. Stopping distance increases. If you want Bosch, go Quiet Cast or higher. Blue is a brand name without the brand's best engineering behind it. Avoid 2 PowerStop Z17. PowerStop Z23 and Z26 lines are actually well regarded. The Z17 is their entry-level line, and it has one of the most misleading packaging presentations in the parts business. The box looks premium, the price looks like a deal, and the reviews from the first 500 miles look great. Then the real behavior shows up. Noise after a few weeks. Black dust on clean wheels within days. Vibration from uneven wear. And the worst part, the pedal feel changes. What started firm gradually gets dull. You're pressing harder for the same stop. That's not brake pad break-in. That's compound degradation. Z17 is a Z-series name on a budget build. Don't confuse the packaging for the performance. Avoid 1 Valuecraft. AutoZone's absolute entry-level line. No rebranding, no hiding it. This is the cheapest pad they sell, and it shows in everything. The compound glazes early. Once glazing starts, your braking response drops noticeably in stop-and-go traffic. Then the noise builds, squeaks first, then consistent sound whenever the pads get warm. And the wear is uneven, creating a slight pull or vibration when you brake. On lighter sedans, you might get away with it for a while. On anything heavier, an SUV, a van, a loaded pickup, these pads wear through faster than the warranty window. The cheap today calculation fails completely when you're replacing pads twice as often and buying new rotors along with them. Valuecraft earns the top spot on this list because it costs more in the long run than anything else on it. Those are the 5 to avoid. Now let's talk about the 9 that actually earn your money. Brands that last. Brand 9 Raybestos Element3. Asbestos solved a problem most drivers don't even know they have. The trade-off between quiet braking and strong bite. The Element3 line uses a hybrid ceramic semi-metallic compound. You get the noise control and rotor friendliness of ceramic with the confident bite of a metallic compound. The GG friction rating, one of the highest you'll see on a street pad, means consistent stopping from a cold morning start to a hot braking session in heavy traffic. The pedal feel is firm and controlled. Drivers switching from budget pads describe it the same way every time. The car just feels more confident under braking. Clean, even wear. Real-world durability. Raybestos is chronically underrated in the conversation about daily driver pads. Brand 8 Centric Posi-Quiet. If noise and vibration are your main complaints, Centric Posi-Quiet is typically the fix. The engineering behind it is positive molding. The friction material is compressed under heat and pressure during manufacturing, not just bonded. That means the pad wears evenly from the very first mile. No uneven bite. No early vibration. The shims are mechanically attached, not glued. That distinction matters because glued shims are usually the first thing to fail as heat cycles accumulate. Mechanically attached shims hold their damping ability long-term. Trade-off: this is a comfort pad, not a performance pad. The stop is smooth and progressive, not aggressive. If your goal is eliminating noise and getting clean, predictable braking on a daily driver, Posi-Quiet delivers exactly that. Brand 7 Wagner OEX. Earlier I called out the Wagner QuickStop. This is completely different engineering. OEX pads have a unique geometry, cutouts and flow channels built directly into the pad face. That's not cosmetic. It's thermal management. Those channels actively pull heat away from the rotor contact area while you brake. Why does that matter? Heat is what causes brake fade. Fade is what increases stopping distances. OEX runs cooler under sustained pressure. Long downhills, towing, repeated hard stops, which means consistent pedal feel when conditions get demanding. Trade-off: the price is higher, and you'll only feel the full benefit if your driving actually generates heat. Short city commutes won't stress your brakes enough to notice the difference. But if you tow, drive mountain roads, or carry heavy loads, this is where Wagner finally earns a premium label. Brand 6 advices. If you've driven a Toyota, Lexus, or Honda and thought the brakes felt unusually smooth and natural, advice likely had something to do with it. They're a direct OEM supplier backed by Aisin, Denso, and Sumitomo, three of the most serious engineering firms in the Japanese automotive industry. What stands out immediately is pedal feel. No dead zone. No vague initial response. The moment you touch the pedal, braking builds smoothly and predictably. That's the result of precisely tuned friction material engineered to match the vehicle's brake system from the ground up. The backing plates are fine-blanked rather than rough-stamped. That matters because cheap stamped plates develop microstress cracks and rust under the friction material over time. Advix resists that failure mode extremely well. Quiet, even wear, excellent rotor compatibility. The only drawback: these aren't budget pads. But they earn the price. Brand 5 Brembo Ceramic, honest assessment. The Brembo name means one thing in most people's minds: race spec stopping power. Here's the honest truth about their street ceramic pads. They're not race pads. They're comfort-oriented daily driver pads using a low-dust NAO ceramic formula. That's actually appropriate for most commuters. Clean wheels, quiet operation, gentle rotor wear. Where drivers get burned is expectation mismatch. If you drive a BMW or Audi and you're expecting that sharp, immediate European brake bite, you won't get it from the Brembo Street Ceramic. The initial bite is softer than factory low metallic pads. Under sustained heat, the friction coefficient drops more than aggressive drivers want. Brembo ceramics are a good pad for the right application. Everyday commuting, light driving, vehicles where rotor longevity and clean wheels matter more than maximum bite. Know what you're buying before you buy it. Brand 4 OEM Genuine Pads. Not exciting. Frequently dismissed as overpriced dealer parts. And genuinely one of the best choices you can make. OEM pads weren't developed in isolation. They were engineered alongside the ABS system, traction control calibration, suspension geometry, rotor metallurgy, and pedal feel target of your specific vehicle. Every variable was tested together. That systems integration is something aftermarket brands, including good ones, can't fully replicate. The result is braking that feels exactly the way the car was designed to respond. Pedal feel is predictable. Fitment is precise. No binding in the bracket. No loose clunk, no dragging. Noise control is exceptional because the shims and chamfers were tuned specifically to your vehicle's suspension frequencies. OEM pads cost more. But when you want the car to feel exactly as it did leaving the factory, and you want that feel to last, this is the safest investment you can make. Brand 3 Akebono ProACT. Akebono doesn't imitate OEM quality. In many cases, they supply it. As a direct OEM manufacturer for Toyota, Honda, and Subaru, their ProACT line meets the same engineering tolerances as factory-spec pads. The pedal feel is progressive and controlled. Not aggressive, not dead proportional. The harder you press, the more stopping force builds in a linear, predictable way. Budget ceramic pads almost universally fail to deliver that progressive response. Backing plate tolerances are tight enough that ProACT pads typically slide into caliper brackets without any filing or adjustment. That precision matters for consistent caliper movement and even pad wear over time. The dust reduction compared to semi-metallic OEM pads is dramatic. Drivers switching from factory pads report their wheels staying clean significantly longer. Rotor wear is also reduced because the ceramic compound deposits a transfer film rather than grinding directly against rotor steel. For daily drivers, particularly Japanese vehicles, hybrids, and EVs where brake engagement is gentle and consistent, Akebono ProACT is the standard everything else gets measured against. Brand 2AT Ceramic. European car owners have a specific problem. Factory German low-metallic pads stop exceptionally well, but coat your wheels in fine black dust within days. AT Ceramic was engineered specifically to solve that problem without sacrificing the braking character European drivers expect. These pads are ECE R90 certified, a strict European standard requiring that stopping performance stay within defined OEM tolerances. That certification is meaningful. It means you're not getting that unsettling, "where did my brakes go?" feeling that low-quality ceramics create when cold bite disappears. The transfer film technology is the standout. Instead of grinding against raw rotor steel, the compound deposits a microscopic friction layer across the rotor face. After bedding, the pad grips its own deposited material. The result is dramatically reduced rotor scoring and extremely smooth, consistent braking. For BMW, Mercedes-Benz, Audi, and Volkswagen owners who want to keep the European braking feel while solving the dust problem, AT Ceramic is the answer most mechanics quietly recommend. Brand 1 Hawk Performance HPS 5.0. Every other pad on this list prioritizes comfort, dust, or noise. Hawk Performance HPS 5.0 prioritizes one thing: braking authority. The ferrocarbon compound delivers strong, immediate bite even before the pads are fully heat-soaked. Cold morning, first stop of the day. The response is sharp and connected. As operating temperature builds, most street pads soften and fade. Hawk's friction curve stays stable. The stop you get at mile 1 feels like the stop you get at stop 50. Mechanical anchoring of the friction material to the backing plate improves separation resistance under extreme stress, a meaningful construction advantage over adhesive-only bonding. Independent testing in 2026 consistently positions the HPS 5.0 as the top all-around street pad for drivers who want performance beyond OEM replacement. For performance vehicles, aggressive street driving, towing, and any situation demanding consistent braking authority when conditions get demanding, Hawk earns the top spot. Trade-off: more dust than ceramic options and slightly less rotor-friendly. You're trading clean wheels for braking confidence. Most drivers who need this pad already know that's the right trade. The mechanic's secret. Here's the thing shops are counting on you not knowing. When a technician tells you your pads are in the yellow at 3 to 4 millimeters, that's not the same as worn out. A brand new brake pad starts at 10 to 12 millimeters of friction material. At 3 to 4 millimeters, you still have roughly 20 to 30% of usable pad life remaining. For normal city driving, that's often another 5,000 to 10,000 miles before replacement is genuinely necessary. Now, 3 millimeters is the threshold where the wear indicator starts making contact with the rotor and produces that squealing sound. That sound is your warning, not your deadline. It's the system telling you to schedule service, not to pull over immediately. At 2 millimeters, stop and replace. At 1 millimeter, you're running on metal. But at 3 to 4 millimeters on a daily commuter, you have time. You have options. You have the ability to choose the right pad instead of grabbing whatever's on the shelf in a panic. Don't let urgency drive a bad purchasing decision on the most safety-critical component on your car. 5 brands that fail, 9 that last, and 1 number, 3 millimeters, that shops have been using to rush your decision for years. Now you know exactly what to buy, what to avoid, and when you actually need to act. If your braking still feels inconsistent after a proper pad install, the problem often isn't the pad at all. The next video covers the exact things that silently destroy braking performance, and most drivers never connect them to their brake pads. Watch it before your next brake job.